Good morning. Today's the 14th, and I want to show you my latest addiction. Okay. I own lots of watercolors, more than this, but I thought I'd stick with these. And I was doing some watercoloring and stamping. And I think I showed you some of these before where I did the stamping. So this is just an example of the stamping that I did. I still have to color this. This isn't on watercolor paper, so I will use pencil on this or crayon. So I'm going to put those aside. But these are this is what I did with some of the stamping. Okay, now first I knew I was going to be using a lot of greens. So I pulled out my little small squares and my small memento dies of greens. And I sort of did this. I just was just scrap paper. I was just sloppy and wrote out, what I had as far as green colors. Okay, because it's not what it shows on the outside. It's a little bit different. So these were the greens that I had. And to stamp, I used this Lawn Fawn Black Licorice. I've got two of them. I really love it. It stamps really crisp. I love it. It's easier to hold and stamp with this than it is my VersaFine. I do have my VersaFine, and I do use my VersaFine if I am doing something very small and I don't want it to look thick. I do use my VersaFine, but this is easier to handle, so I use this black licorice, and I use these. I did a haul. These are from Spellbinders, and these were like under $5 on their super sale, and I want to show them to you. They are watercolors, but they're like this, Crayolas. So what I did is I just, squiggled a line on like a plastic piece of paper, like the plastic little bags that product comes in. I just scribbled and then picked it up with my watercolor brush. And if I wanted a darker color, I just picked it up directly from here, like this red one. So you could see that it's stained on one side because I picked it up directly from here to make it an even bolder red. So I use these, and then I have these too. I have the Metallic Accents by Prima. These are wonderful. Let me show you what they look like. I do have their confections. I do have the Prima confections, but I didn't want to bring out all my tools onto the table, right? So I was using these. These are absolutely gorgeous. You must get them. I think you can find them for like $12 or $13 on Amazon. They're really pretty. So I use those. Let me show you what I did. I used a stamp and some of the blocks to do this. These are 3x4 cards that I can use in my December daily. I did these. These are 4x6. And this is on watercolor paper, so it's a little bit off-white. It's not white, but it's very pretty. And these are the stamps from Tim Holtz. And so these are absolutely beautiful. And as you can see, I use different, you're going to see some others, and I use different greens. So I used this shade of green for this one. And then I used like another shade of green for this one. And here you can tell, hopefully you can tell on there that they are different shades of green. This one's much darker than this one on the bottom. See that? Dark and light. So, but I had to do another one. So I did that one. I did this one, which is a little bit more like a blue spruce color, blue-green color. Again, I was just addicted. Once I started doing this, I'm like, oh no. So I did this, and I used the metallics. You can see the metallics there on the ornaments. I used that, and I used metallic black on the snowman's hat. So I did this. I also did this one. I think I used some metallic on the yellow part, on the golden part. But very pretty, 4x6. You could see I was addicted. I did some other stamping, just simple cards that I could, I can put ribbon, I can put, some other stuff on this. I can color it. I did some of these, 3x4. Tim Holtz, I used the big, his rubber stamps that have the sayings on it. I used This is a green shade, and this is a Memento ink. You can see it prints very solid versus his ink. So his ink is meant to be, Tim Holtz's ink is meant to be Ranger's more distressed. So you get, this is a more distressed look where it's not all even, but it's very, very cute, and I love the color, and it's meant to be distressed, right? So there's printing with that one. This is printing with Distress ink by Tim Holtz. This is also using the distress ink. You could see on some of the letters, see, you could see the distress there. It's meant to be distressed, so it's perfectly fine with me. And I use different shades of green. Here's another green. I think this is the Mowed Lawn shade, so definitely distressed. Here's a red, distressed. So I went to town with my inks and said, this year I'm going to use them. I'm not just going to say I'm going to use them, but there will be cards. You can see I did this one. I did this one. I did his taller cards, his 4x6 card. I did it in different shades of green, different shades of pink. There's that one. I did some blank ones that said, like, remember this, so that I could, I think that's an Allie Edwards, remember this, so that I could, journal on. Did a couple of those. Remember this. Did this one, today's story, so that I could use more 4x6 in red, different shades of red. You could see one's more crimson. This one's more crimson, burgundy-ish, and this is true red. So that's what I've been up to. I really, really loved it. I think, whatever I get done this week, more of stamping I will do. I'll bring out more of my Prima confections. If you're wondering what the Prima confections look like, I have some here that I pulled out so that you could see. They are like this. They're in these really nifty little squares. They show you the colors. You can get these. They were like they're $28, I believe, on scrapbook.com, but you could find them for $20 each at Walmart or at on Amazon. So you could find them for $20, and then they have the little refills for them. Here's another one. You can get them like this too. This company, Art Philosophy, makes them for Prima, and that company also sells them on their website, Art Philosophy. If you Google that, you'll find these watercolor confections. Let me show you what they look like. This is what they look like, the little tin. When you open it, it has the little card, and you could see I've already done mine. I've already played with it, and it has the numbers, like crimson is number 39. So if I want to buy just the one color and add it to my pan because I'm using it a lot, I can. And these colors are only $2.99 at Walmart, okay? Otherwise, you're going to pay a lot for them. But at Walmart, they're only $2.99, and this is what they look like. They're wrapped, and you take the wrapping off and you snap them in to this pan, okay? And the pan, you can pick the pan out of here if you would like. You just simply pinch the sides and the pan comes out. If you don't like working in the pan, you can use this to mix colors if you want. I mix it in I have a plastic one that I use for it, but I've used these colors. Aren't they pretty? So this is what they're like, and I'm collecting all of them. I have 7 of these. I still need 5 to go, and I think I'll be ordering those last 5 today. I think it'll be like $100 purchase for all 5, slightly over that. But I really, really love these. And then you have this. So if you can hold it, you can hold it by your fingers or 2 fingers, but so that it won't slip when you're holding it. It's got this ring on it. Okay, which I really love. So anyway, I didn't mean to do a plug for these watercolors, but they're really, really cute. And they save space because they're so small. It's not like a big old thing that you have that has, all the colors on it. And these are kind of small, if you're, so I really like these. Here's these other ones. And they're the same little pan. So I've got like 7 of these, like I said. I just need 5 more to have the entire collection. And now I'm obsessed with having the entire collection because I've been using the watercolor. I mean, I was telling my husband I could sit there and paint the watercolor, with watercolors the whole day. It's that calming. It's very soothing. And I want to do other things with watercolor, like um, I was on the Jennifer McGuire site last night, and she had a video where she puts the watercolor on the stamp. She paints with her brush, and then she squirts it with water and puts it on a piece of watercolor paper. I want to do that. So those are like some of my goals to go back to that video this week, because I promised myself Friday I am, starting my December daily. Um, I'm not gonna, I won't be able to finish my obsession here with the watercolors, but I want to try a few things that Jennifer McGuire tried, with watercolor. It's beautiful, how you can stamp and emboss in black or in metallic, and then do the watercolor, or do the watercolor first and then with an image, and then you spray it, you watercolor it, you press it down, and then you come back with the black um, ink on the same image and stamp it over and then emboss it. I mean, it's incredible. She had incredible cards. Of course, I don't make cards, so I'm using it for just like December daily. But it was beautiful. Sorry this went on so long. Just wanted to share some of that with you. Thanks. Bye.